Let me give you a kind of a crazy example from a long time ago that happened to me. Kind of makes this point a little bit. 1986. Well, that's going back a few years, Jim. We're getting old, you know. That's a long time ago now, 23 years ago. 1986, I get a call from this, get this, all-male singles club in Melbourne, Florida. And I was married at the time. I don't know why they called me, but all-male singles club in Melbourne, Florida. The president calls me and says, Steve, we want you to do a mental toughness training seminar for our, male members on how to meet eligible single women. Okay, I wasn't that booked back then. Yeah, I'll take the gig. Sure, man. Yeah, sure. $200 in a plane trip? Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, let's do it. So I set it up at a local dance club in Melbourne, Florida, this little town, especially back then. And the president calls me and says, Steve, that won't work. That won't work. These people are geeks and they're nerds and they've never even asked a woman to dance. This won't work. And I said, that's exactly the reason I want to do it this way. Watch the process work. He says, okay, all right, hotshot, I hope you know what you're doing. So, and I didn't, of course, I was guessing. But I got to the dance club, and I had these 3x5 cards, like the little index cards you get, right? And I passed them out to the members at the dance club. I said, all right, guy, take the cards. Here's the deal. We're going to have a contest. For every woman you ask to dance, you get a point. For every phone number you get a point. For every woman who signs your card, you get a point. The guy with the most points at midnight wins. Any questions? Start asking, baby. And they went out to the dance floor, and they were terrified. I sat in the back, had a drink, and just watched this whole crazy thing unfold. It was about 9 o'clock when we started. The first hour, they're asking, they're getting rejected, and they're just, ooh, you could just feel, the tension. It was really, really tough for them. 10 o'clock came, they started asking a little bit more, a little bit looser, getting a little bit more comfortable. And as I was sitting in the back, they would come back to sort of get coaching from me. Not that I really knew that much about that part, but they're asking me stuff. One guy comes back, and his shirt is totally soaked with alcohol. And I said, what happened? He said, she threw a drink on me. She threw a drink on me. It covered my whole shirt. I can't believe she did this. And I said, what did you say to her? What did you say? And he said, all I said was what a beautiful dress she had on, and she must be a working girl. And I said, you called her a working girl? And he said, well, I figured she must be a working girl to have such a beautiful dress. And I, Bob, do you realize you just called her a hooker? Do you not see it? Do you not? Go back out there and don't do that anymore. No more of that. Go back out now. Go back. Another guy I saw this happen. Slapped, Brian, you'd love it, slapped from the shoulder. Whack. Just hit, I don't know what he said. I didn't ask. I didn't have the guts to ask. Just whacked this guy in the face. And he went down. It was bad. And I don't know what he said. It was crazy. But just all kinds of, crazy stuff like that would happen. And actually, the president of the club, I should tell you this, was dancing with this very attractive woman all night long, the same woman who we actually later found out was a man. So we had to deal with that after the contest. That caused a couple little local problems with the police. But anyway, another story for another time. Yeah, so 12 o'clock comes around. We have a winner, 36 to 35. The guy was so pumped. He comes back, and I said, well, congratulations on your success. How did you do it? So he said, you'll love this. He says, well, at 2 minutes to 12, I knew the score was tied. So I went back to the woman who slapped me in the face, and I asked her to dance. And I said, and she said, yes. He said, no, she tried to slap me again. But I ducked, and she was so impressed, she signed my card. I said, that's mental toughness, baby, Now, it's a crazy example. Obviously, it's goofy, but it makes the point in a short period of time, in a micro example, right? 9 o'clock, they were terrified. 10 o'clock, they were asking, and the girls were saying no, some were saying yes. Not that good, though. By 11 o'clock, I watched it unfold right in front of me. By 11 o'clock, they started to see it was just a game. It's like Terry Murphy just said. It's not personal. They don't even know these guys. They're just saying no. It has nothing to do with them. Did you like to dance? How could it possibly be personal? Well, you know that and I know that. They didn't know that. But when they started to see it was a game, whew, everything started to change. And I'll bet some of their lives were kind of changed, at least in some way, by that. Systematic desensitization, one of the great secrets of the world-class